covering news where you live. This is 5 News.
Well, thank you for joining us here today for the latest news and weather where you live. I'm Joe Ellison. Arkansas Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders has signed an executive order to crack down on human trafficking across the state. The order directs DHS to work with the governor's cabinet to implement a statewide protocol of reporting, criminal prosecution, victim support, and to identify at-risk youth. The order says Human Services must come up with a plan and report back to the governor in 6 months. And a bill that would require certain businesses to provide 3 months of paid maternity leave has passed in the Arkansas House. The bill would apply to companies that cover expenses for out-of-state abortions, but not maternity leave, and would apply to businesses with 50 or more full-time employees. The House approved the legislation on a party line 80-12 vote. It now moves to the Senate. Before we get to other top news in our area, let's get a check of the weather on this Wednesday with meteorologist Zach Scott. And Zach, we're off to a good start today.
Yeah, Joe, not a bad start to the day, and the afternoon's looking great too. We're talking 60s and 70s, sunshine and lighter winds. We're jumping into spring here. We're going to get a chance or a taste of spring weather this afternoon, but we're also going to get a taste of maybe some spring-like thunderstorms as we go into the overnight hours. We've got a warm, muggy air mass off towards the south that's racing north through the day. We've got a cold front just to the north that's going to hold off for most of the day, and then it'll start to come in overnight. Those two air masses collide, and we're going to get the chance again, scattered showers and the threat for a few strong to severe storms to mix in there. Again, your drive for your Wednesday morning, your Wednesday afternoon, it's not until we get into the evening, especially late evening, where those rain and thunderstorm chances ramp up quickly and then fall. Again, not everyone's going to see severe weather. Not everyone's going to see a shower or a thunderstorm is how it looks right now. And we've got this in small window. We're talking about 8 p.m. to around 2 to 3 a.m. is that main window where we'll have the chance to get some showers and thunderstorms in. Again, the setup to start Wednesday, we've got a stalled out frontal boundary across eastern and southeastern Arkansas, basically across the southeastern half of the state. And on the other side of that, we've got warm, muggy, unstable air that's going to be working its way north as we go through the day. Again, the cold front's hanging out to the north. And as we go overnight, that front's going to start to push south, and we're going to see showers and thunderstorms likely developing out towards the west and then rolling in. Again, a closer look here. Storm Prediction Center out of Norman has moved that slight risk, that level 2 yellow shading, a little further north. We're not anticipating that we're going to see widespread severe weather. Level 1, level 2 means we think there's going to be a couple strong severe storms in there, but not everyone's going to see those. The biggest threat's going to be damaging hail and damaging wind gusts. Could be talking about golf ball size hail, maybe even a little larger, and the potential of a tornado or two. Again, that greatest potential may be more across our southeastern zones, but northwest Arkansas, a tornado or two cannot be ruled out. Make sure you check in with us all day long and follow us, download the 5 News app and get those updates. And then if there are warnings and storms later on tonight, you'll be able to get those alerts as well. We'll also notify you when we go live through social media or on air. Temperatures as we go through the day, again, 60s, 70s. Scattered morning clouds give way to plenty of afternoon sunshine. And then as we go into the late afternoon, evening, storms starting to develop out towards the west. Those storms are going to be rolling east. And by 9, 10 o'clock, 11 p.m., late evening, these storms, as they roll in, they could pack a punch. Those are the ones that we're going to be watching for you, again, as they come in late evening. They'll exit quickly by 2, 3 a.m. Rains off towards the east of us, few lingering showers, and then we're talking about some colder air coming in. 30s to low 40s, feeling like the 20s on Thursday. So, Joe, spring-like weather today, winter returns on Thursday.
All right. Thanks so much, Zach. Well, when it comes to domestic violence and sexual assault, local advocates say the numbers in our area are quite astonishing. In Fort Smith, there was an event aimed to reserve the trends. It's called Rising in the River Valley and happened on the UAFS campus. The annual tradition not only highlights the impact of domestic violence in our area, but also allows local groups to provide information about resources that are available to victims.
There's a huge need for awareness in this community, and I think that this type of event can sometimes be sad to hear the stories, but it's also meant to be a beacon of hope to show people that there are agencies that are working day in and day out on providing resources and really help to combat and support victims.
And next month, voters in Oklahoma will decide whether to legalize recreational marijuana. If approved, Oklahoma State Question 820 would make recreational marijuana legal and tax it at 15%. Right now, Oklahoma taxes medical marijuana at 7%. The group that got the question on the ballot says a recent report from an economist says if legal recreational marijuana, it would bring in $821 million in tax revenue. That would be over the next 5 years. A group formed in opposition, though, of the measure says they're concerned with how legalizing recreational marijuana would impact a younger generation.
This state question expressly changes the threshold for child endangerment, allowing for the use of marijuana around infants and toddlers. When you couple that with the kind of stratospheric increase in those under 5 years old being poisoned by ingesting marijuana, it's really concerning.
That means tens of millions of dollars every year that will be going to our schools, local governments, helping our local law enforcement so that they can quit wasting their time and money chasing after minor marijuana issues and be able to focus on really serious issues.
The special election is March 7th. If voters approve the question, it will go into effect 3 months after that. Now, like other states that have legalized recreational marijuana, anyone 21 and older will be able to purchase it no matter what state they live in. And this morning, the Cherokee Nation is now announcing new plans for an $18 million opioid treatment center. Here's a look at the renderings released during the announcement. The Cherokee Nation is the largest Native American tribe and plans to use a portion of its $98 million in opioid settlement funds to build a 50-bed, 17,000 square foot treatment facility in Tahlequah. The facility will be completely operated by the tribe and provide no-cost treatment for Cherokee Nation citizens struggling with substance abuse. And Fort Smith Fire Chief Phil Christensen will be laid to rest today after he died Saturday from brain cancer. The procession route starts at Fire Station Number 1 in downtown Fort Smith and will end at Evangel Temple. Many people are expected to pay their final respects to Christensen. 5 News reporter Michael Wilson spoke with firefighters about how common cancer is in the firefighting community.
You can't say enough about Phil Christensen's character.
To do so would be a challenge that no one is really up to.
It'd be hard to cover such a great person in so few words, but I would just say leader.
Leader, that's a word you'll hear a lot. Chief Christensen joined the fire department nearly 31 years ago and has been in nearly every position.
He was very driven, and he was a great firefighter and a great leader. So, I mean, it was natural for him to move up.
And in 2016, he became chief.
The most decorated Fort Smith firefighter ever.
And for the past 9 months, in addition to battling flames, he's been dealing with his own battle.
Battling brain cancer for 9 months, and he'd been fighting hard.
A hard-fought battle that is not uncommon for firefighters, especially this department.
This is the second time in the last few years. Eric Morrison was a Fort Smith firefighter, died of cancer at a really young age.
Both Morrison and Christensen are listed as a line-of-duty death because their cancer was caused by years of battling fires.
Unfortunately, it's our most aggressive guys that work at the busiest stations. They fight the most fires. They do the most work. And those are the guys that we see disproportionately getting cancers that are related to fire service.
Which leads to one question.
Why do you all do it? Why did he keep doing it?
He told me that he was going to be here until he retires or he dies, and I knew he meant it.
Helping people. I mean, that's what we do. Is we help people. I love to be able to help people. We're firemen. That's what we do.
Now, that last video you just saw right there of Fire Chief Christensen was an interview back in 2013 when his son Josh became a firefighter, along with his brother and nephew. And again, those funeral services will start at 10 a.m. at the Evangel Temple in Fort Smith. Well, thank you for joining us here today for the latest news and weather where you live. Make sure to catch up with us again tomorrow right here for more.